So what subject do y'all feel you need a strong background in before starting the program?
Math is really huge when it comes to engineering, especially in the introduction to engineering. There was a lot of stuff that we had to calculate, but also with the architecture. You had to calculate like how many like concrete you had to calculate that, but then also calculate the cost. So then you needed like the rebar and stuff like that, you know, the bars that go.
Supply.
Yeah, water
how
supply.
Tall the water.
Yeah.
The towers.
The water tower.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and the pressure and all of that has to do with the math that you're going to learn usually in the year that you're learning it. So I think I was taking at the time Math 3 when I was doing the civil engineering and architecture. But I had already learned in Math 2 a lot about, because there was some, not quadratics in it, but there was a lot of calculations where it was just simple math that you've learned from the basics. So
Gotcha.
that's helpful.
Yeah, and if you don't know how to like get to the variables, then you're gonna have a hard time, because if t, like a lowercase t may calculate time, capitalized t can calculate period, temperature.
Gotcha.
And so if you don't get those two, then you're gonna have a really hard time, because you're gonna get all these numbers, and when we compare answers, it's just not gonna add up. So you really have to know, like, you have to be in the game with like variables and
concentration.
So it's important to be detail oriented. It's very important. Okay.
I think you need to know, like, I think you just you need to know like math in the background, but I really think you need to know how to like read formulas and then read the problem that you're trying to solve, so you can connect it. It's about math, but if you can plug it into your calculator, then you're good.
Gotcha.
it's like
Comprehending,
a lot of word problems.
Comprehending word
So
problems,
English
what they're trying
too.
to ask you.
Because it's not just going to give you, like, this is temperature, like, 80 is a temperature. Now it's going to tell you if, like, the water is 60 degrees and then your object is 100, put them together, and, like, what's the final temperature? Like, you're going to have to calculate that.
Gotcha.
Stuff like that as well, but also, you know, when it comes to even just with math problems that we do all the time in engineering, it's going to tell you variables, but it's not going to say like temperature. It's just it's gonna have variables. It's gonna look like numbers are thrown into a paragraph.
Gotcha.
And you're gonna have to comprehend which numbers correlate to which values. So once you have that, it's plug and chug, which is when you plug in the numbers and do the math.
So formulas, word problems, all that stuff. Okay.